This past weekend, I attended the Villain Arts Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, and this year was probably my 7th year in a row attending this specific tattoo convention. I gotta say, every single time it is really fun. It's always something that I look forward to every year. We're gonna be talking about all about tattoo conventions and what to expect when going to one. But there was one thing in particular that happened during this tattoo convention that it's just been on my mind. It bothered me so much, and I just had to talk about it in this video. So we're going to be talking all about tattoo conventions, what to expect when going to one, as well as what bothered me so much, because I want to hear what your thoughts are when we talk about this, because I just felt like it was so unfair, and for a tattoo convention to do this, it bothered me a lot. So you're gonna have to wait till the end of this video for that part. But side note, have you ever attended a tattoo convention before? Leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts were when you attended the tattoo convention, what you did. Did you get tattooed there? And like I said, just leave your thoughts. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to EvolveINK, hit that subscribe button. We talk all about tattoos on this channel. So if you like tattoos, this is the channel for you. Now, I first want to talk about what a tattoo convention is, because surprisingly, a lot of people don't know what a tattoo convention is, even people that have tattoos. So I'm going to talk about it and some of the benefits of going to a tattoo convention. So the one that I went to is the Villain Arts Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, and it is known to be like the biggest tattoo convention I think that Villain Arts does here in Philadelphia. And pretty much artists from all over the world travel to one location and tattoo people, and it's just such an amazing experience, because you get to meet so many like-minded people in the tattoo community, people that just love getting tattoos or tattooing in general, as well as you meet so many new artists that you probably never even heard of before. Like, there's so many artists that not only I know from walking around and having this YouTube channel and just like, seeing them on Instagram or whatever, but also tattoo artists that, you're walking down the aisles and you see a booth and you're like, holy crap, this guy's art is awesome. And you stop, you talk to him, and then you find out that it's an amazing new artist that you never even knew existed. So a lot of tattoo artists from all over the world travel to one location. And I believe the Villain Arts Tattoo Convention in Philadelphia has like over 600 artists. Everybody from like beginners, newer tattoo artists, all the way to like people that have been doing it for years, big names. There's people from Ink Masters and Miami Ink and all those other like reality tattoo TV shows. I've seen a lot of tattoo TikTokers. I actually passed by Pony Lawson. I didn't say hi to him because he was tattooing and I didn't want to interrupt him, but I did pass him at the tattoo convention. So Pony, if you're watching this, sorry, buddy. I wanted to say hi, but I didn't want to interrupt you. But anyway, it's a great location. It's a great experience if you're somebody that wants to go and get tattooed, and say like the artist, you don't really know of an artist that you want to get tattooed by. So you could go to the convention and kind of, shop around. It's a one-stop shop for all different types of tattoo artists. And 9 times out of 10, if you go to these conventions that have over 600 artists, you'll be able to then find an artist that you might fall in love with. As well as, because they're traveling from all over the world, let's say you can't get over to where they're located, say like, outside of the States, you could then meet up with them right at a tattoo convention and have the opportunity to get tattooed by an artist that you typically wouldn't be able to get tattooed by. So that's one of the really big things. The other thing is, like, for me, for example, I never got tattooed at a convention before. I'm very loyal to Matt when it comes to getting tattooed. There's a couple artists out there that I would love to get tattooed by, but for the most part, I only get tattooed by Matt, which this time Matt was actually at the tattoo convention, and I got some clips of him tattooing, which was actually really cool to see him there. But anyway, if you're somebody that doesn't want to get a tattoo, and maybe you're loyal to your artist, or you just don't want to get a tattoo at the tattoo convention, it's not like you need to get a tattoo to have fun at these conventions, because there's so many different things going on. There's like little like shops and stands that sell like toys or like really cool like just art pieces in like frames. There's like shows going on. There's all these different types of things that you could enjoy just by walking around. And me, for example, I mean, I'm a tattoo enthusiast. I love tattoos with a passion. I just get excited and have fun just walking around and seeing everybody getting tattooed. That's just me. And then also, from me having this tattoo YouTube channel, I do meet a lot of you guys in the Evolve community that are attending the tattoo conventions. They might see me, we get to meet, and I get to introduce myself and meet you guys, which is really cool. But I want you to know that, I hear a lot of people saying like, oh yeah, I don't want to get a tattoo at the convention. You could still go. You don't have to get a tattoo there. You could still go and have an amazing time. It's such a crazy cool experience that I feel like if you're in the tattoos or even have the slightest bit of interest when it comes to tattoos, you got to attend to a tattoo convention. And these types of conventions, I know, for example, the Villain Arts tattoo convention, they travel all over the country and they add more stops every single year. So chances are there's a tattoo convention where you're at, and it doesn't have to be the Villain Arts tattoo convention. There's a bunch of different tattoo expos out there that are pretty much all the same thing, and a lot of great artists do attend there. Now, I do have a whole video where I actually vlogged my experience at the tattoo convention and going over all the pros of going to a tattoo convention. I did a little bit more detail, so you could go check out that video after this one. But the one thing that inspired me to make this video, and I just had to talk to you guys about it, was at the very end of my experience at the tattoo convention. So out of the 7 years that I've been attending tattoo conventions, and especially the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, I ended up sitting in for one of the tattoo contests. Well, not one of them. It was all of them. And I got to say that this was probably the most bogus and unfair contest that I've ever seen. And it was just mind-boggling to me. So let me just paint this picture for you. There was a bunch of seats in the middle, and there was a big stage up at the front with a guy on a microphone and speakers. And it was just the stage. Now, this was my first time actually attending this type of tattoo contest, and they had different categories from small black and gray all the way up to extra large black and gray, and then black and gray sleeves, black and gray back pieces. Same thing for color. There was a category for realism, anime, all different types of things. And I was sitting on the sidelines. So was my girlfriend, and my buddy RJ was there too. And man, was it boring. The first thing, and this wasn't the part that bothered me, but I was like, man, is it boring? There was all these people sitting around waiting for something to happen, and all they did was you didn't get to see any of the tattoos that were in the contest, so you could be engaged and look at, oh man, look at that tattoo, or oh man, that one should have won. That one's my favorite. No, they didn't have a projector or a screen or anything to show everybody in the audience the tattoos, as well as they just rounded off numbers, or you just had to listen to see if who was the winner and watch to see somebody walk up to the front. You had no idea for who was the winner and what the tattoo was that they won. And I'm like, man, is this fucking boring? All these people are sitting in the audience, myself included. I was hoping to see a bunch of really awesome tattoos, and I have a fun time really analyzing tattoos and seeing what's good and what's bad. And I just sat there for 2 hours, pretty much wasting my time watching this tattoo contest and not being able to grade it. And then, no offense to the judges, but I don't know where they got the judges from. A lot of these judges, they were not even looking at the tattoos. They were more worried about writing down what they had to write rather than actually looking at the tattoos. There was people that had, say, leg sleeves that had to get up and stand up on a chair while the judges ended up putting a iPhone flashlight up to the part, and they looked at it for a second. How can you get a good gauge of how well a tattoo is executed by looking at it for 1 second and then having these people, these poor contestants, putting their legs up on top of a chair, and they're all trying to balance and stuff like that. They're losing their balances, and I'm like, oh my God, somebody's gonna fall. It was just so poorly executed on how they were doing the contest. That wasn't even the worst part, I should say. The worst part about the tattoo contest was that, yes, they had the different categories, but they did not have, in my opinion, the most important type of category, which was fully healed versus like a brand new tattoo. Like I always say on this channel, like, you know, your tattoo will look the best it ever will when you first get it done. But 85% of how your tattoo will look in the long run is based off of how well you heal it. So, you know, it's not uncommon for tattoos to look awesome when you first get them done. And then when they heal, they're missing ink. A lot of ink falls out. They're not as vibrant. Maybe the artist wasn't as skilled and they didn't inject the ink deep enough into the skin, which, you know, makes the tattoo appear much lighter. And it was just so frustrating for me to watch that, like, they had people in the same category. Let's take like anime, for example. And there was people that put like, you know, their tattoos in that they just got done at the convention. So it was like all vibrant. You see people in like line, like wiping off their tattoos to make them like, you know, make sure the plasma and blood is all off them. And then you had some other people, because I talked to some of the other people, and then there's like, you know, their tattoos looked awesome, but they weren't brand new. They might have been 2-3 years old. So tattoos fade overall or after a while. And I was like, how are these judges grading a fully healed tattoo compared to a fully, you know, brand new tattoo? Like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, yeah, that tattoo looks great right now. But if the person doesn't heal the tattoo properly, or let's say, for example, when it heals, just ink falls out or like whatever, like that tattoo could look totally different once it heals. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, listen, I know I'm a tattoo YouTuber. I analyze tattoos because I love them and I know a lot about them. But these are supposed to be judges for a tattoo competition to get like, you know, bragging rights, trophies, prizes, and all this other stuff. Like, is nobody else thinking of that? Like, there was other people that I was talking to in the crowd that were like, yeah, they should have like a fully healed category and healing category, like brand new tattoo. But I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, how is this fair at all? Brand new tattoos will always look better than fully healed tattoos, no matter what. They're always going to look the most bold, vibrant, and just saturated. But man, was that so frustrating to me. And I wanted to know what your thoughts were. Like, in a tattoo competition, don't you think that, you know, they should have, out of all the categories, they should have, like, of course, yeah, black and gray and color and whatever. But the most important category to me was, like, it should be fully healed and brand new. And, like, you can't, like, they can't be in the same category. They shouldn't be able to go up against one another because, in my eyes, that was pretty bullshit to me. I know I kind of went off the rails a little bit with that, but it was just bothering me so much after I attended it because I was like, I waited 2 hours. I didn't see any tattoos really. It was boring for the audience, and I felt like the competition was so unfair. And I just had to vent to this. I had to vent this out to you guys, and I just was like, I cannot wait to make a video on this and hear what you and the Evolve community has to say about it. So remember, leave a comment below. Let me know if you ever attended a tattoo convention before and what your experience was, as well as what are your thoughts on that contest? Because am I just crazy, or do they need to do better next time? Leave a comment below. Now, once you're done commenting and leaving your thoughts below, I recommend you going to check out this video over here. It's on a super interesting topic. We talk all about, are tattoos addicting, and is tattoo addiction real? And I would love to know your thoughts on that video too. But anyway, go check out that video right here. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.